As Brock Purdy and the Niners drove down the field late in the fourth, Patrick Mahomes sat on the sidelines, reduced to being a passive observer. In the most crucial moments of the game, the greatest football player on the planet had no ability to influence the outcome. Mahomes' legacy was at the mercy of Spagnuolo and the Chiefs' defense. And as I watched the final moments of the game unfold, the stakes rising with each subsequent play, I realized that football is the greatest sport played on God's earth. There are a lot of prestigious championships in sports contested by the best athletes on the planet. But man, there is nothing like the Super Bowl. You can be the greatest football player on the planet, but you still depend heavily on your coaches and your teammates to win. The Super Bowl is the only championship in sport that is won not by individuals, but organizations, where the smallest contribution from a special teams player can shape legacies. A fumble by a ball carrier, or a hold by an offensive lineman, or a missed tackle, or a dropped pass. Football is the ultimate team sport. As great as Patrick Mahomes is, we cannot lose sight of all the other Chiefs who played key roles to win the Super Bowl for Kansas City. Just look at how crucial the Chiefs' special teams were. Harrison Butker is such a reliable presence. We were certain Butker would make the game-tying field goal even if it was attempted from 50 yards. Let's not forget about the recovered punt that allowed the Chiefs to score their first touchdown. The Chiefs' offense was struggling for momentum, yet the recovered punt allowed the Chiefs to score 7 points. But more importantly, the blocked extra point keeping it to a 3-score game in the fourth quarter. And how about the Chiefs' defense? McDuffie and Snead came up with crucial deflections. Spagnuolo's masterful game plan ensured George Kittle was a non-factor. The Chiefs' defense also contained the elusive Christian McCaffrey. Chris Jones, though, what a player he is. All those misdirection and trick plays by the Niners, yet Jones still somehow managed to reach Purdy, forcing him to rush his throws. One of the most important phases of the game was the third quarter, where the Chiefs' defense forced multiple 3-and-outs, not allowing Niners to add to their lead. Nick Bosa and Chase Young caused a lot of chaos in the Chiefs' backfield in the first 3 quarters, but when it was crunch time, the Chiefs' O-line nullified the Niners' pass rush, giving Mahomes the opportunity to be great. Throughout the season, the Chiefs' receiving group was criticized, yet in the biggest game, they did what needed to be done. Travis Kelce came up with clutch catches, giving the Chiefs valuable yards. As most Chiefs fans struggled to breathe late in the game, perhaps the 2 calmest people in the Chiefs' kingdom were Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. And I think the reason they were calm is because Mahomes trusted Coach Reid to come up with the right play call, and Coach Reid trusted Mahomes to execute. This duo is legendary, one of the greatest quarterbacks in his prime with one of the greatest play callers ever. Mahomes' arm talent is undeniable, but it was his ability to carry the ball that was the difference. The designed run on 4th and 1 with the season on the line, just unbelievable. As sports fans have a habit of not appreciating greatness when it is right in front of us. Let's not take the Chiefs for granted. We are witnessing legends at the top of their game. The league is designed to ensure parity. The complexity of the game combined with the high level of competition makes it nearly impossible to have sustained success. Yet, the Kansas City Chiefs have become the first team in 20 years to go back-to-back. The greatest team, with the greatest player, with the greatest coach, in the greatest sport on earth. What a time to be a Chiefs fan.